Coming up on Texas Voices. All season, we brought you original Texas storytelling from the Belle of the Block, the iconic Dixie Chicken.
The Dixie Chicken's like a sibling of ours instead of like a business.
Yeah.
Because we were raised here.
Stories from growing up a Ganter and what it means to be part of the Aggie and Dixie Chicken family.
Having sisters, having two sisters.
Plus, meet the namesake of everyone's favorite, the Freddy Burger.
And she said to me, Freddy, I want to make you famous. He did.
And producers' picks. We share our favorite stories from this season. Texas Voices features the artists, musicians, and creatives of our great state next.
Stoke the fire and keep on digging. Make the most of what you're giving. It may seem cold and it may seem tough. Even steel will bend when you heat it up. You're on the road to better days. If you can outlast the sun and outlast the rain. Ain't a lot of hard lessons made. Let me tell you, son, soon you're gonna show us how it's done.
Howdy, and welcome to the iconic Dixie Chicken, located in the historic Northgate district of College Station, Texas. I'm Lindsay Lippman. And of course, for this episode, I'm joined by Adam Drake of the Dixie Chicken,
Howdy.
as well as Kyle Norman of 817-254 Productions. And this is a special episode because we're going to kind of recap this entire season. First, thank you for letting us come through the swinging doors.
Thank you, because this has just been so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, so many responses on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter
Yeah.
and all the things that you guys have done. So, no, 100% thank you from us and the Dixie Chicken.
Well, of course, a big part of this season is the Dixie Chicken stories in every episode.
It's been so much fun.
But looking back on this season, what has been maybe some of the highlights for you or your favorite stories?
So I've got a couple, and I'll really just hit on one more. The Clayton Gardner story that kind of kicked everything off, because I know him so well, and I know that story so well, and to be able to share that and sit there with him, and it's been a year since I've seen him because of COVID,
Yeah.
so it was great to be able to share that, because I know it means a lot to him, I know it means a lot to his family, so I just absolutely love that, and I would never get tired of hearing Clayton sing.
I know.
And he and I could talk about Keith Whitley and
Yeah.
old George Strait for hours on end anyway, so that was great. And then, of course, Flatland Cavalry coming in, and like all this seats right here,
Yeah.
everybody was just standing up watching and singing along, which is so
When
much
they broke out that fiddle and started playing, people in the Dixie
yeah.
Chicken looked over and they were like, Flatland Cavalry is here right now. And that's part of the fun of being here, is you never know who's going to walk through the door.
I've never heard the chicken get that quiet
Yeah.
on a Friday night.
Ever.
One other time, and it was Max Stalling, and this place was almost like a listening room.
Yes.
Everybody was seated and just enjoying the show. It's the only other time I've seen that, and that was, or like up here at like 9 o'clock in the morning before we turn the music on.
That's when we shoot our show, is when there aren't a whole bunch of people here, so we can have a little bit of quiet. But I think one of the best things about this season is we have, in a way, brought a little bit of the music back into the Chicken with performers doing interviews and that
Yeah.
sort of thing. And that's been so special because music is a huge part of the fabric of the Chicken.
You know, we get messages all the time about, hey, can we come play? And I'm like, well, so we're not really a live music venue.
Right.
We do a few things here and there,
Yeah.
but it's so weird that music is such a part of the DNA of the Dixie Chicken without being a live music venue. And
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's just a testament to the things that Donnie and Don started back in 1974.
Right.
They wanted to make it music for the people that you didn't really hear everywhere else. And we love carrying on that tradition a whole lot.
And I love looking at the old pictures as well of some of the bands that have come through here, which
Yeah.
has been amazing. Of course, Kyle is our executive producer, and I got to ask you, what have been some of your favorite moments from this season?
Well, I mean, really, the whole season's been kind of surreal because this all came about last summer. We started the TV segment, Texas Voices, 2.5 years ago, and it started as a news segment. And Lindsay and I had always wanted to grow it to something bigger. I was like, because of all my Aggie friends, and then Lindsay being an Aggie, I was like,
It has to be at the Chicken.
the thing that came to my mind was like, if you're wanting to highlight Bryan College Station, I'm like, let's reach out to the Chick and see if they want to let us host it there.
That was the easiest email I've ever had to answer in my
Yeah.
life, by the way.
It was a long email. I
Yeah.
felt like it was a long email too.
And then I reached out to our mutual friend Steve, and he was like, no, they're good people. I was like,
He's like,
yeah, man, cool. Let's do this. Like, what
Yeah.
do we need to do for you?
Thanks for vouching for me, Steve. I appreciate that. Steve has come to some of the watch parties out here too, which has been fun. But as far as stories go, there's been a lot of good ones this season.
With me behind the camera pretty much all the time, I get to see more than everybody else.
Yeah.
And when I see it on TV, because I do watch it every week, I see the stories come together, but then the backstories behind them are there too. So I'm really looking forward to us launching our podcast to be able to kind of tell the story behind the story and kind of, some of those surreal things, because, like they mentioned, Flatland Cavalry. Well, we actually, after we finished here and everybody ate and had their beers and everything, we went back over to Harry's where they were playing 3 sold out shows in 3 nights.
Yeah.
So, we go over there and we're just hanging out on the bus with them, and it's just the storytelling going on there. It's like going, I just need to wear a GoPro on my hat at all times.
You live for those nights.
And especially as the meteoric rise a little bit that those guys have had, and still being so humble and cool, and they were so fine with people coming up and talking with them here,
Right.
and then kids coming up, and Cleto just took the time, and so not everybody does that.
Right.
We're lucky in Texas to have so many that do, but
Yeah.
not everybody that's reached their success.
And speaking of that, Cleto was great because Jim's son, he's a 9-year-old aspiring actor, and he sees cameras and lights around, and he was like, I want to do an interview. And so we're like, all right. So when we were done, I handed Jax the mic and was like, come on, go after it.
So I'm clearly going to be out of a job in the second season.
Well, I mean,
Well, no,
Jax can take my job.
Texas Voices Junior. I think it's a great way to do it.
we'll have Jackson Micah running the whole thing.
Yeah, our son is actually behind the camera right now.
Exactly.
Helping us out. It's a family thing all the way around with the chicken and with Texas Voices.
To steal a line from Hank Williams Jr., which is always playing in here, it's a family tradition. That we're kind of turning it into, and I mean that's kind of what we're bringing. I mean we've the thing that makes me so proud of this show is we've kind of leapfrogged onto what we're building upon, because we're not going to be a one and done kind of thing.
But you asked us about what our stories were. I mean, you were you were in front of the camera for all of them. Was there one that hit you a little bit better?
Oh yeah. Well, I cried. I think
I mean,
3 times when I was editing Randall King's story.
Randall King's story.
Around Forever
I don't
is
think
a
she made it through
fantastic
that.
song.
I can't tell you how many days it was.
I was crying the whole
She was
time.
crying the whole time.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to say this publicly and on camera and recorded. Around Forever is the best song that I have heard from anybody in years.
Yeah.
That spins around like a Haggard record. Stuck in my mind, and I will just sing that over and over and over again. I love that song.
I love the song, and it's catchier than any boy band song I've ever had stuck in my head.
But I think for me, what was amazing is Randall is a top-notch professional. So sitting there, having him perform that for Texas Voices was just, it didn't get any better than that. But it kind of does, because I think my favorite story of the season was Garrison Wood's story.
Garrison, how can it not? I mean, the kid, he roped me while I was trying to get the cow. He missed the cow.
He missed the cow, which he got
but he got me. We'd probably been out there for about an hour and a half. And Garrison was working it, and he was working it, and we were working it, but we were just trying to get those right shots. So I grabbed my camera, I grabbed my portable and my gimbal. I'm like, I'm gonna just get right down there in it. Not as
you got down in it.
I'm not as quick as I used to be, and so I'm like, all right. So before they opened the shoot, I made sure I got the cow's attention, and I was like, I'm going to see if he can just come straight at me. And I got his attention. That calf came straight at me.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was like,
hey, you don't get hazard pay, so don't do that again, okay? Don't do that again. But I do have
Extra
to say.
foot rubs are nice.
Yeah. No, that's not happening either. But what I
she
love.
goes to sleep way before me.
I do. But what I love, though, about Garrison is his family did get to watch their episode here at the Dixie Chicken. It was his first time at the Dixie Chicken, which is always special for anybody who walks in here the first time. So he got to write his name, and his brother got to write their names on the wall, just like my kiddos have done the first time that they were here. And watching his mama's face when she was sharing her story, and just a positive message to all parents to don't limit your kids, no matter what type of label they may have on them, encourage them and to do as best as they can. Garrison's face was just so big, and he had a great time, and
it was bright red whenever he got his message from Kylie.
It was
Fry.
bright red when Kylie Fry said that she would be his partner in any rodeo coming up. But it was very special. I know a lot of our viewers found his story to be very inspirational. So
We cried at the office. Like not everybody was able to watch it live, and so I got the video and showed it to everybody, and everyone was like, oh God,
you sent them a little some T-shirts and stuff.
I did. I wasn't able to make it up here. I had a prior engagement, so I wanted to let them know. Thank you for being part of Texas Voices, and I'm glad they enjoyed their time. So a couple T-shirts and stuff that I know that when my son gets a T-shirt or any little thing, like it lights up, and so I hope that did something great for the family. I hope they really enjoyed that.
Well, it's been awesome working with you guys. I want to say cheers to season 1, and we'll be heading into season 2 very soon. Thank you to all of our viewers as well. Of course, this episode rolls on the Belle of the Block. Next, we're going to go into the kitchen and interview Freddy Alvarez. He is the head cook who's been here for almost 4 decades and is a big part of the Dixie Chicken.
Follow your heart to Waco, Texas, home of the famous Magnolia Silos, Cameron Park Zoo, Baylor University, Dr. Pepper Museum, BSR Cable Park, and so much more. Enjoy the arts, historical sites, outdoor nature, entertainment, music, food, drinks, and events in a diverse, welcoming place you'll find yourself coming back to again and again.
Welcome back. Whether it's T-Fries or a Freddy Burger, the Dixie Chicken has a great menu, and longtime head cook Freddy Alvarez is a big part of that.
Everywhere I go, hey Freddy. No matter where I go, I think people even in Colorado, they know me from here.
He's the familiar, friendly face every time you walk in the door of the Dixie Chicken.
The owners, like my family.
Freddy started working for Don Ganter in 1981 at the Chicken Oil Company.
And I remember my second or third day was around Christmas, and they threw me in the kitchen, and there was me and somebody else working, and I had no idea what I was doing, and we got busy.
Several years later, Freddy moved to the Dixie Chicken, and in 1986, the year the Oprah Winfrey Show hit national TV and a gallon of gas cost just 89 cents, something else was introduced, the Freddy Burger.
And he said to me, Freddy, I want to make you famous. He did. Yeah, Don said, just keep in the air. That's what he said. We want to cover everything. And Don used to say, just a little bit mustard in there.
The Freddy Burger.
Freddy Burger.
There isn't a day that he doesn't think about Don and all the great memories, including the time then Governor Ann Richards stopped by.
And she came in and Don said, sent somebody to the office, said, go get me a shirt for Ann. So they bought a shirt, you give it to her, and say, here you go, Ann. It's 1 week when you can do housework. And she said, I'm not doing housework.
When you heard the news of Don's passing, how did that hit you?
Pretty hard. Because I worked for the guy for so many years, and when he passed away, I know what I'm gonna do. So
Yeah, it was tough.
it's like losing a family.
Yeah.
Co-owner Jennifer Ganter says Freddy is like a brother.
He's an amazing person with a great heart, and we have watched him through the years grow because he came here at a pretty young age, and he's watched us grow. I was like 6 when he got here, so We've watched him get his citizenship. I mean, he's get married. Everyone that has worked with him here comes back and visits him.
His looks have changed over the years.
Are you a hippie, Freddie?
No.
You're just like you just had dreadlocks.
Maybe I am, but I'm not. Maybe I am, but
His heart is still the same.
And how long are you going to keep working here?
well, until my health gave up. So
Yeah, until you can't anymore.
yeah, not anymore.
People are choosing the Brazos Valley to launch, grow, and locate their companies every single day. But in the Brazos Valley, our most valuable asset is talent. And their skills, their drive, their character speaks loudest.
She has the heart of Dolly and the grit of Miranda. Jennifer Ganter and her sister Katie say this is the house that built them. I made up that little term, Belle of the Block. Do you think it's
I like
cute?
Belle of the Block. It's a good term.
Well, because when people come to Northgate, they have to go to the Dixie Chicken.
I would hope
You know what
so.
I mean? It's like they're not going, oh, let me go to all these other places.
I would hope
and,
they come to the Dixie Chicken.
I used to come and interview your dad
Oh, Lord.
when I was a brand new baby reporter.
That had to be very interesting for you.
It was always interesting, and that's why I would volunteer, like, hey, can I go interview Dawn about this? And they'd be like, go ahead.
Yeah.
And he was always very sweet to me, but definitely his personality stuck with me. And all these years later, now I'm getting to sit down and talk to you. It feels like it's come full
Oh,
circle.
that's cool.
And I have to say thank you for allowing us to tell
Thank y'all.
stories.
This is amazing. I love it.
Y'all's story is one of my favorites, just hearing how your family has built this business. When you take a look back, is it a lot to kind of grasp?
Yes, it's a lot to grasp. It's very humbling because it's been so many years.
Growing up Dawn's daughters meant spending their childhood at the Chicken.
The stories are hard for my sister and I because, well, the Dixie Chicken's like a sibling of ours instead of like a business.
Yeah.
Because we were raised here. When I got asked out or went out with my friends, this is where I had to come for my curfew at midnight.
And when she turned 21, she celebrated here, of course.
There's so many great stories that have come out just this season of people just opening up and talking about the Dixie Chicken, and Adam has been sharing stories that people submit online.
I mean, there's been weddings here. There's been, proposals. I just like it because I feel like we're keeping it alive, like letting those people tell their story and actually, so they have a voice. Everyone needs to have a voice about the Dixie Chicken because there's so many things to say, and coming here is like coming home for a lot of people. So you need to be able to talk about your home.
When an Aggie is down, they lean on each other.
When our roof collapsed, I mean, we were devastated at first, but watching the community come together and help, it was just unbelievable, the support. And they came out just to help for nothing, just because they're the true integrity of Texas A&M and Aggies and what it means to be an Aggie.
Well, and the Dixie Chicken is so intertwined
Yes.
with being an Aggie.
Thank goodness.
Did you ever think about going to any other school?
No.
I knew you
I
just
tried.
said no.
I really tried. I moved away for like 1 year. And
No,
then
where'd you go?
I moved to Dallas.
You moved to Dallas?
Yes, I moved to Dallas. But I was just really trying to be a rebel.
Yeah.
But then I couldn't do that.
You gave in and you said,
Yeah.
let's go home.
I was like, being an Aggie is one of my most favorite things that I have that's mine.
The Dixie Chicken has been through a lot, but every challenge is met with, what would Dawn do?
I think we go back and think, would Dad give up? Would he do this? What would he do? And people have told us to do other things, and we've gone against things people have told us to do, and we've gone with our gut, and it always seems to work out that way. It's not just our families. We have actual families that were, depending on us.
Right.
And a lot of people have been here for years, and we want to keep it that way, and we want to keep them.
You don't take that responsibility lightly.
No, we don't take it for granted, and I don't take anybody that works here for granted. We really just try to, we really wanted to be like a family unit.
Welcome back to the iconic Dixie Chicken. We want to say a special thank you to Jen and Katie Ganter, as well as Adam Drake, for a great first season of Texas Voices. We want you to follow along as we continue to tell original Texas stories. Follow us on social media and at TexasVoicesShow.com. And stay tuned for season 2 as we head to some of our favorite festivals in Texas. And we'll continue to share the stories of the Dixie Chicken. We'll see you next time. Okay, I'm gonna start rolling. Okay, so Micah, just stand there and just watch it and don't touch it, okay? Marketing director.
Marketing director.
Do you want me to introduce you as that or just Adam Drake, the Dixie Chicken?
Just the Dixie Chicken.
_Adam_Drake.
Yeah, the Adam Drake altogether was taken on Instagram.
Who did
Sure,
that?
I don't know. But I have it on Twitter. Oh, there's an RC racer, remote control car racer named Adam Drake as well.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna intro on this camera, and then oh, Kyle, don't get into my light. No. And all right, y'all ready? We don't have to do it in one take. Adam, that's your camera. Don't break the fourth wall. Okay. All right, y'all don't make me laugh. All right, 3, 2. You can already hear the dominoes.
Yeah,
playing
dominoes
right
are
now.
going. People are like, hey, where are my dominoes to buy? Coming in June, I swear, guys.
On a tin roof on a hot summer night. Hear those hound dogs barking. Okay, 3, 2. While we're talking, you'll just look at me.
Okay.
Pretend like the camera's not
Yeah.
going.
Okay.
All right, give me.
John. Do we need to turn the music off?
Because in the 2-shot, you just see Adam right there photobombing.
He's your fairy godfather back there.
All right.
Okay.
Few lines. All right, we doing this, or we just gonna?
Let me see.
We just gonna talk about doing it.
Hands,
Exactly.
Lindsay.
And when people,
We can talk with our hands, right?
yeah, we're gonna talk with our hands.
Then you're going to be in the shot. Your
I'm
hands are
gonna-
going to come through the shot.
I'm gonna cut away to a 2-shot when I'm going like this. I won't get into your light. You don't like New
It's
Year's?
so depressing. It's like, are we saying goodbye to something that was horrible, or are we? I hate
Oh,
that
I'm all
song.
about New Year's and just the champagne.
Oh, I can find that on
I like-
Tuesday.
Teresa, you need it.
Hey, after my
getting
dad
ready to
died.
documentary.
No,
We're
listen.
getting
Yeah.
you in the
Oh, she's gonna be.
documentary.
But
Yeah,
after.
Teresa's got to do the podcast that you just did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Teresa and I have a podcast for every day, but we.
Yes.
This guy that does
Oh,
the
I'll keep this on.
podcast, I mean,
That's what I was
I
only.
know. I'm going to tell y'all a story.
I
When
was
my
only on
dad
one
died,
glass.
he died in November 2004, and I would not drink anything for a whole year except for champagne because you cannot be depressed drinking
No,
champagne.
you can't.
You can't be sad drinking champagne.
No, you can't. You could be sad the next. You could be sad the
Me
next
too.
morning.
Do we have an ear?
The next morning, you get real sad when your head hurts.
what